Imagine waking up on a normal morning, feeling the soft warmth of the sun coming through your window, and realizing something amazing is happening outside. You look up at the sky and see a bright band stretching across the horizon from one end to the other, as if the world itself got a new glowing frame. It's not a rainbow or an aurora or anything we've ever seen before. It's something never seen. Giant rings, like Saturn's, now surround Earth, creating a show of light and color that's hard to imagine. The stars seem to dance around this bridge of light, changing positions and creating new celestial patterns. The whole world stops to look, filled with wonder, surprise, and even a little fear of the unknown. People go out into the streets, phones in hand, trying to capture the amazing beauty and share with the world what they're seeing. Scientists and world leaders are puzzled, discussing ideas and looking for explanations for this never-before-seen event. Nobody understands how this happened or what it might mean for the future of humanity. Social media explodes with theories, memes, pictures, and videos, making the event go viral in minutes. For the first time, people from all over the planet come together in wonder and worry about the unknown, sharing feelings of hope and fear. During the day, the rings shine brightly and change color with the sunlight, painting the sky with bright and unexpected shades. As evening comes, they turn into a golden and pink canvas, making every sunset an even more unforgettable sight. At night, cities get a silvery glow from the sky, as if the moon had multiplied and spread its light everywhere. The sky will never be the same, and neither will our lives. Daily life changes with this new sky view. What are these rings? Where did they come from? Are they dangerous? These questions echo in every home, school, and research center. The beauty of the rings hides deep mysteries and unexpected results that could change the path of human history. The usual blue sky is now history, kept only in photos and memories. The era of the ringed Earth begins, a new chapter for our planet and for all of us. Now, we need to learn to live with this new reality, changing our habits, routines, and even our dreams. Figuring out the ring's secrets will be our biggest scientific and life challenge, needing teamwork from everyone and endless creativity. And each new day will bring questions, discoveries, and wonders under this changed sky, reminding us that the universe still holds many secrets to be found. To understand what these mysterious rings are, we need to look at Saturn, the most famous planet in our solar system, because of its amazing bright rings. Saturn's rings aren't solid things. They're actually clouds made of billions of ice and rock particles, all circling the planet in perfect harmony. These particles come in all sorts of sizes, from tiny grains of sand to huge chunks the size of houses, making for a truly amazing sight. One of the most popular ideas is that these rings formed when a moon broke apart as it got too close to the planet, crossing what's called the Roche limit. That's where the planet's gravity is stronger than what holds the moon together. Another idea is that an asteroid might have broken up when it got too close to Earth, scattering its pieces all around the planet. The result would be a giant disk of debris circling our planet, creating an amazing and never-before-seen view for everyone on Earth. How these rings would look would change a lot depending on where you were on Earth, making every spot on the planet unique. For example, at the equator, the rings would look like a bright line stretching across the sky from one end to the other, like a glowing scar. But in the middle latitudes, you'd see a glowing arch on the horizon, changing color and brightness throughout the day. At the poles, the rings would just be a faint, far-off band, almost like a secret hidden in the icy sky. This visual variety would make the rings a part of each region's identity, affecting culture, art, and even how people see the world. Traveling to see the rings from different angles would become a global attraction, drawing in tourists and curious folks from all over the planet, eager to witness this amazing sight. The rings would totally change daylight, forever altering how we experience the world around us. Imagine waking up to see the sky cut by bright bands, as sunlight mixes with deep and mysterious shadows. They would block some of the sun, creating a huge shadow that slowly moves across the planet, like an eclipse that never fully ends. This shadow would be seen from space, drawing unique patterns over oceans and continents. Areas under the shadow would have colder and darker days, almost a permanent twilight. Cities in these areas would live in constant dimness, with little natural light and lower temperatures. The shadow's position would change with the seasons, affecting entire cities for weeks or even months. The cycle of shadows would become part of the calendar, influencing holidays, harvests, and even people's moods. Outside the shadow, the light reflected by the rings would create ring shine, making twilight last longer and bathing landscapes in soft, otherworldly tones. The sky would gain new colors and glows never seen before. At night, the ring's silvery glow would turn darkness into a constant dusk, making nights brighter and more mysterious, as if we lived under a giant, luminous moon. Daily life would have to adapt. Schedules, architecture, even calendars would change to match the new rhythm of light. Homes and buildings would be designed to use or block the ring shine, and routines would need to be reinvented. Everything would revolve around the dance between light and shadow, creating a continuous and unpredictable visual show that would shape cultures and traditions. Living on Earth would be a constant exercise in adaptation, where each day would bring new challenges and wonders, guided by the eternal ballet of the rings in the sky. The shadow from the rings would be terrible for plants and ecosystems. Rainforests might die and farming would face huge losses. Hunger and social unrest would become real dangers. Animals that are active during the day and night would get confused. Their travel paths would change. In the oceans, dead zones would appear where tiny ocean plants couldn't live. The entire food chain would be shaken up. The balance of life, which took billions of years to form, would be in danger. The shadow from the rings would bring intense cold and huge temperature differences. Strong winds and fierce storms would become common at the edges of the shadow. Global weather patterns would change a lot. Predicting the weather would be almost impossible. Winter in the shadow zones would be brutal, needing strong buildings and extra energy. Areas under ring shine could get even hotter, making global warming worse. The planet would have extreme cold and heat right next to each other. Large movements of people would become unavoidable. We would have to rethink where and how we live. The ring shine would put an end to dark nights. You could read outdoors at midnight, under a constant silvery light. Night animals would lose the cover of darkness, changing the whole ecosystem. Humans would suffer from sleep problems. Sleeping would need completely dark rooms. Astronomy would be harmed. Only the brightest planets and stars would be seen. Ground-based observatories would become useless. The universe would become less clear to our eyes. The starry night would become a distant memory. Rings are always moving, with tiny bits crashing into each other all the time. Small pieces would make a never-ending show of shooting stars, but bigger pieces could make it through our air and cause big damage when they hit. Living under the rings would mean living with the danger of meteorites. We'd need warning systems and strong shelters. Buildings and planes would have to change. The sky would make us feel both wonder and worry. The beauty of the rings would come with real danger. The rings would destroy satellites, causing communications to crash, GPS and weather forecasts to fail. The space age would come to a halt. Launching rockets would be almost impossible. The International Space Station would have to be abandoned. Humanity would be cut off, trapped under a barrier of ice and rock. We'd have to invest in ground-based networks to get communication back. Innovation would shift to solving problems here on Earth, no longer for space. we'd lose not just technology, but also the amazing view of Earth from space. The dream of exploring the universe would be put on hold. The rings would even affect the moon, hitting it with particles and changing its surface. Earth's tides would become more complicated and hard to predict. Human culture would change, new religions, myths, and art would pop up because of the rings. They would be seen as either a blessing or a curse, a sign of a new time. Shaded areas would adapt with new activities. Sunny areas would be even more precious. A new way of moving around might start, with people following the light. But there would be a longing for the blue sky and the dark night. The past would become a legend, told to new generations under the endless glow of the rings. The sky from before would be remembered as a lost treasure.